2, 3. Boom! Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today we are with 4 very special guests. These guys is UK. They are YouTube creators. They have lots of time creating something for us. That's me, Tom, Tim, and Mark. Thank you guys for coming. Welcome again.
Right, mate.
So,
Cheers for having me, bro.
as always, it's always a pleasure to have you here. We are going to go from the beginning. We are going to go like this. YouTube creator is a hard job or not? We can start it like with Tim.
Is it a hard job? It didn't start off as a hard job, and then trying to deal with the consistency, trying to deal with something every single week. It in the winter it gets a bit much. I missed a video yesterday, in fact, because there's no way I was going out in the cold. But it's eating into my life right now.
And for you, Mark?
It is difficult. Like Tim said, if you've got the time to do it, then you're sorted. But like with the weather elements and everything we're against as well, it is difficult.
For you, Lee?
Yeah, of course. You see when you watch a YouTube video, you see a 10-minute clip that somebody's put together, but behind the scenes, there's a lot of time to plan, film, script, get the lighting right, get your cameras sorted out, all the things that potentially go wrong. You go film, it doesn't work, you have to film again, so for those 10 minutes, it can be hours of work. So even producing one video a week is insanely difficult to do when you have other things in your life, like a day job and a family and things like that. So it is a hard slog, definitely, especially in e-skate where it's such a small niche and you don't necessarily always get the sort of numbers you might expect if you were doing something which was a bit more mainstream. It's a long process. For
you, Tom?
YouTube's a balance, man. It's a lifestyle choice, and this is the one thing that hopefully all our audiences understand. We do this for the love and the passion and meeting people and collaborations with everyone. We do this because we love to share our journeys through things. And every one of us, I'm guessing, has had a moment where we're like, how can I give back to what I've got out of this sport, and how much do I love it? And just tell people like things I've learned along the way. I love it when I go to an event, I can film it and then be like, I can look back later and be like, the guys I've gone with, we can look that back. So celebrating all these amazing moments we can all share together. So it's not easy. It's not easy, but it makes it worthwhile when you can say to someone how you've inspired them to get into the sport or to look back at an amazing ride that we've had. Guys in this group right now, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for some of the guys in this stream tonight.
Let's put it this way. I'm going to come to the question. We put it with Tim. Tim, why do you came and start to do YouTube? What was the reason? And what person who inspire you?
I was inspired actually by a guy called Thomas Heaton, who's a photographer, and he used to just go on simple walks to take a photo, and his whole ethos was, I'm going for a walk to take a photo, and I'm bringing you with me. And I really liked that, and I thought I'd start sharing some stuff I do in London. So I started doing little bits and bobs of London to share with people, and it's only when I bought my my crappy Slick Revolution board that the views and the audience really took off, and I thought, this is something else. I'll start looking into this e-skate a bit more. And I was watching obviously Casey and Jay Boston, and saw some of the other boards out there, and thought, I'll just get into this. And that's really how it all started.
Yeah, and for everybody is coming now, thank you for coming. Hello, for the guys, Jay Boston.
Jay, hey, Jay, how's it going, man?
Jay
Just saying
Boston
you
is
inspired
there.
me to start.
Yeah, hello to David from Belgium is there, and then we have James. Hi, and then we have Tony, and then we have Taylor, the great YouTuber. Then we have Casey. Then we have Ignar is there too from
Ignaz.
Germany. Yeah, Ignat is there, rocking for everybody. So I'm going to go directly to Mark. Mark, what was the inspiration to start as a YouTuber, and why you came to this world?
I don't know, really, to be honest. I guess it was just documenting my days out more than anything else. I didn't really think that I would be in the situation of having like 1,000 subs now, because it was just for fun. You know, I was watching other people online, like Casey Neistat, like Tim mentioned and stuff. And I don't know, I just done it for fun, you know, memory's sake for me more than anything else, where I can just look back in a couple of years and be like, that's what I did, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Yuli, how do you started? What was the beginning?
Yeah, why? I don't know. I was watching some videos on YouTube. I was watching Mark HybridZ for sure, and I just built my first board, my first DIY board, and I remember that the information wasn't really anywhere that was sharing information other than the forum that we were using, and you could get bits of information from different places, and I thought, well, I could start making some videos and showing people how to do these things, and maybe make a bit more of a central resource for DIY guys, especially around sort of building batteries and stuff. Because my first DIY board, I didn't build the battery for it because I had no idea how to do it. So I went round to my friend Vlad's house and we built the battery together. And I thought, yeah, I mean, it'd be much better if, you know, all this was in sort of one place, one resource. So I started the channel to teach people, basically. And that's the main focus of my channel, is to pass on information.
Yeah, that is very good. Then I come. First of all, Lee is a DIY YouTuber. I think all of you four guys has different styles, and that is the good thing in you guys in UK. I love. I start to see Tim very in the beginning, and Tim was a very guy who was very difficult with the companies, because sometimes he was very bad and said that is a piece of shit or that is not so good. And that is not normal to see in YouTubers in the beginning.
Honest reviews, keep credibility.
So, and you, Tom, how do you start and why? For
Two reasons, and I always say this to everyone. So first one, I looked at Unbox. If anyone knows about this channel, Unbox Therapy, they do like really kind of interesting unboxings and everything like that. And they had an Evolve Carbon GT, and I was like, that's kind of cool. And then it's the price, and I was like, no, I don't want that. And then I kind of got stuck in my head about this idea of an electric board, and like I was working in London, didn't want to use the underground. I wanted something different. I've gone from like really weird dancing backgrounds and doing weird stuff, and then I came across Mr. Tim Wood's channel. Looking about it again and again, and I always will say this, I remember my roots, it's like, if it wasn't for Tim, I wouldn't be doing this, you know, looking at his unboxings, his journey, you know. And then eventually Evolve released the GTX, which is my first board, and then went from there. So like, this is the thing, it's like Lee saying before, like, if it wasn't for Mark's videos, he would be doing his doing. If it wasn't for Tim, we would be doing whatnot. Like, we all network with each other, we get inspired by each other's, but hopefully we all add our own flavor and inspirations from each other. So like, if it wasn't for Tim, I wouldn't have been doing what I'm doing. And the reason why I started making YouTube, there was this massive scare in London about 3 years ago. Tim Lee will vouch for this, where everyone was like terrified of going out and riding because they feel like they'd be arrested and treated like a criminal. And I was working in London, and it was just like me going out every day to work. Never had problems, never had any issues. And I just wanted to share like this idea that this media thing about being it's so illegal, you're a criminal, you're going to be targeted, you're going to get your board taken away and destroyed, you know. I just wanted to share actually, like, this is what I do and I love it, and like, I've never had issues with it. As long as you're respectful, you keep your head down, you behave, and you show, you know, good behavior, you're going to be absolutely fine. So if it wasn't for Tim and Unbox Therapy, I wouldn't be here right now.
So, and I just want to say to everybody, I want to say to William, to Mark, to Cedric from France. We have lots of guys coming now to the live. I just want to say thank you for coming. If you have any questions related to the YouTube creators to ask these guys, just write to, and we try to answer your questions. The big question, I always, that's why I create this round table for YouTubers, creators. For lots of people ask, are you guys rich with the YouTube?
Hell no.
Because everybody thinks we are in heaven. We start with you, Mark, because he was the first one.
Mate, if YouTube made me rich, yeah, and I was like that, happy days, I wouldn't be going to work, bro.
And you have to go work 4 or 5 in the morning, huh?
Yeah.
Like me, my friend. And you, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, I do. We all do make money from YouTube. Obviously, we do make some money from YouTube, but the journey to even get to 1,000 subscribers is a long journey and often involves quite a lot of expenses. You buy a camera and a microphone. By the time you can even monetize your channel, you're, several, in my case, several £1,000s in the hole. So,
and you're never going to see it.
Well, I mean, okay, so I have a Patreon for my channel, and I'm blessed to have people that support what I do. So I do make money from YouTube, but it's not enough. I still work 60 hours a week at the day job. It's not enough to support me, but it's enough to support the channel.
That's the only thing what we do from here, Lee, is support the channel.
The channel, yeah. Pay for the expenses. I mean, I bought lights, a camera, microphones, bits and bobs with the money that my patrons have provided for the channel. So I'm truly blessed in that regard. But it's not like we're making so much money that we can not work and just do YouTube. Because if we were, you'd see a lot more videos, obviously. But the day job's more important. Got to put the food on the table for the family. And I just don't think. I was having this conversation the other day. I mean, I have 9,000 subscribers. Looking at the figures, I don't know how many subscribers you would need to make, to make a proper job out of it. It would need to be a serious amount. So, yeah, I think it's one of those things that you've got to do it for the love, and if you can make some money doing it, then great. But I don't think an e-skate YouTuber is ever going to pay his bills with it.
Yeah, I think too. I think what you said is everything. If you don't have like you'll be blessed because you have this Patreon. I think that is a new thing that is now in YouTubers, because the YouTubers see with YouTube, you have to have lots of followers, or you have maybe you're going to have with a company that's going to pay for your is going to say, okay, make my company there, and I pay you. That's the only way you're going to win some money. But from YouTube, I think you're not going to win with we're going to talk about the three of us, because me, Mark, Tim, and Tom, they don't have so much followers like you. We three, Mark, Tom, and me, we are now with 1,000. Team is with close to 2,500, and we know how it's difficult now, as Lee talk about that, to come to the 1,000 is like a big road, and most of the guys, they just vanish.
Nelson, I just want to say something in regards to like the YouTube funding. I think what it is people have this illusion where we make stuff on, everyone wants to see the newest product and us make stuff on it, but the cost on stuff like that is immeasurable. Do you know what I mean? Like stuff like, oh, can you make a video on the brand new L'Aquara or the brand new Apex or whatever it is on the market? We don't get this stuff for free. There's this unfair expectation we get everything for free. And I think as well, it's an unfair thing with the community where it's like you're expected to buy everything because then you can have an unbiased review. But if you get anything for free, then your opinion doesn't matter. It's like, what do you want from us? Do you know what I mean? Do you want us to have a fair response where we can say that, like even a good example, obviously Lee's in this right now and everyone here has got an Apex board. Like I did my review video from Apex Predator and Lee will vouch this. I paid everything for it. I didn't get anything on it. Everyone here got it paid for it straight up, right? In what we did. And it's my most favorite board I've got out of what I have right now. And I absolutely love it. And then I get comments where it's like, oh, this is obviously an advertisement. This is obviously biased and all this stuff. And like, you need to, hopefully the audience takes this, and this is what's good about having this insight as a content creator and people making events and all this stuff. Like, we are so far in the hole, you have no idea, and we just do it because we network with each other, we can talk to companies, and it's just the opportunities we get. If we get something from YouTube, it's opportunities to network with people who share the sport. That's literally it. That's all it is.
And for you, Tim, my friend.
Yeah, I don't make anything from YouTube. I don't even have AdSense on my account. So literally everything I do costs me money. So I literally, it's the other way around. I pay to put my stuff on YouTube. I'm really lucky with being approached by some brands. So I do get some stuff for free to review, like shed lights. I've got like a shirt coming up and some stuff like that. So I'm lucky that brands reach out to me to review their products, but everything I put on YouTube is at my expense.
And that we are here, how many times did it take for you to come to 1,000 subscribers, for the people to understand? I was close to 1 year.
I can't even remember how long it took me. It was a long time to hit the 1,000. The next 1,000 came pretty quick, and then I got a bit lazy.
And Yuli?
Yeah, about 12 months for 1,000. It's like the hardest part, getting to 1,000.
Yeah.
And then at 1,000 onwards, it becomes much easier for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that is. I think sometimes that is YouTube who stop us, because, like, I'm going to put to Mark. Then I come to this. Mark, how many times do you take to come to the 1,000?
I think a couple of years for me, but I'm just not consistent at all.
Yes,
So
of course,
that's my problem.
You are more. But your videos, my friend, every time you put a video out is fantastic, my friend. And we have to say you don't have too much videos, but the videos you put out, my friend, they are.
Thank you, man.
We have to tell that is realistic. And for you, my friend Tom, how many times?
So I think it's about 1.5 years to get to 1,000. And you know what's interesting? Like, we all agree this, especially early days. It becomes addictive. It's like, oh, someone's joined tonight. Oh, I've got to hit a next milestone. It's addictive. You know what I mean? That's kind of what feeds the passion to make more and more stuff and keep the energy going. But for me, do you know what? Looking back now, when I finally got to my 1,000, I had one thing I realized the most is it's great to get 1,000 because it unlocks abilities to do more community things, and next future I want to start doing live group rides, which you can't do unless you hit 1,000 subscribers, and other things you can unlock, which is fantastic. But one thing that really touched me is like people who did shout outs for me when I got to like 900 subs, so like people who supported me, and like I remember any support I've ever had along the journey, along the way, and be like, those guys I will support for wherever I get, wherever I do. It's like people who supported me when I was no one and I was trying really hard, and slowly that grind to get through stuff. You know, people who supported me, shouted me out, who watch my stuff or share my stuff, or who enjoy my stuff or makes a difference. You know, it means a lot, and I will always remember the journey I've taken. And then, you know, next year it might be more, might be the same, whatever it is, but I've made a lot of good friends and a lot of good connections through the sport, and that's what I get from this. Is like I can talk to people in Australia, like yourself, Nelson.
But okay, Tom,
people over in the States and whatnot.
Wait a minute, Tom. Let's put it this way. There is a question here, but I want to change a little. The question is like this: there is how many subscribers you guys all have today, my friends? For the four of you, is the subscribers the most important thing, or what is more important thing for you guys? Let's start with Tim.
I don't know how many subscribers I've got. 2,000 and something. I never really look. I've no idea. I don't care about subscribers. I put out a video because I want to put out a video, and I connect with the people who want to watch it. That's the most important thing. I've really no idea. 2,000 and something. Okay,
and you, Mark?
I think the beginning part was a drive, but now I think I hit that milestone, so I don't really look at the numbers anymore for subscribers. I'm thankful when someone does subscribe to the channel, but no, I think it's just, you know, building that community. That was the big thing for me, is people sticking around and enjoying what I do, which is mad. Like,
it's bringing a nice content for all of us. And Yuli.
Yeah, I mean, it is important. I think, who is it? Craig Taylor said it in the chat, you know, subs give you credibility. And that is important to have credibility with board companies, but also with people that might aimlessly click through YouTube and see your channel. I mean, if you've got like a decent amount of subscribers, they're more likely to check you out. So it is important. It definitely is important, and it is one of the reasons why we all do it. But yeah, for me personally, like the thing that's more important is to share information. And
yeah, but Lee, I know your channel from the beginning, and I know that you are a guy who likes to create stuff. What I understand from your channel, you always try to bring something to help the community, how to do this and how to do that. And that was what I understand from your channel. That was not a thing of, how can I put it? Was not of making money or something like that. Your idea was another thing, was to bring information for the guys who want to make DIY.
Yeah, of course. That's the primary reason for my channel. That's what I do on the channel, and that isn't going to change. But that doesn't mean that I don't want more subscribers. Obviously, we do, because with that comes credibility and and ad revenue and all those things that help the channel to grow, which is ultimately what you want. So, yeah, it is important, but it's also not. It should never be the reason why you do it, which it isn't for me at all.
Yeah, that's why I ask you this, because that's lots of people think, oh, they are trying to reach, I don't know, 100,000. That is today for the people who's out there. For me, I would like to reach the 1,000 subscribers. Why? Because YouTube just give you for making lives direct from YouTube when you have more than 1,000 subscribers. Before that, you cannot do it. You have to use another platforms. And I like to make lives directly with events and lots of stuff. That's why for me was the interest. Money, of course, my type of channel is not like you guys. You make reviews, you have lots of work. I know that you guys work a lot to make a video. I think the people don't understand how many hours you have to take of your life, private life, to make a video, to put it everything. Then you're just going to see, like Lee and all of you said, you're just going to see about 8 to 15 minutes of the video, but you don't know how many hours did it take to cut it, to put it everything together. How many hours do you lose for a video, my friend Tim, today? And what is the program that you are using?
So I use Premiere Pro to edit in. To make a video, it really depends. If I'm at home and I can sit in front of the green screen, then it's not too bad. If I'm doing a review or like a ride or taking a board out, then I'm usually traipsing across London, doing a ride, doing some filming, traipsing back, and that's like one day taken up pretty much. And then I have to have an edit day. So like Lee was saying, you get a 10-minute video and it might have taken me 2 days to actually shoot, edit, upload, thumbnail and all that stuff. So yeah, it can be easily sometimes 2 days work, and you get that 8 to 10 minute video.
And don't forget one thing. I don't forget. I was with Lee in Paris, and I come to Lee, and I was asking him, and Lee, what is with the organization? I said, no, Nelson, I want to have more time for me to enjoy it, because most of the times the guys are enjoying and we are filming. We are taking our time to film. To go in the back, go the front. Always, we don't. Most of the times, that's what the people don't understand, and that is the only thing we try to bring is lots of work, lots of hours. Everybody's riding, having some fun, and then they wait that we come with a nice video out.
Like so you can go to an event and everyone's enjoying themselves, and you're there actually working, and then you go home and you work, and the whole thing just becomes a massive job. And everyone's just enjoying themselves, and you're still working.
And you, Mark, how many hours do you take to make your videos, and what program are you using?
I use Final Cut Pro to edit. Camera gear, I use Sony A6600, but it takes ages, even transferring like the footage of like memory cards onto the hard drives and stuff like that. That's time consuming, just organizing all the footage in the first place before you even get to the editing stage. So it takes a while, man.
Yeah. And Yuli?
I use Premiere Pro as well. Yeah. On this computer that we're on now.
And I'm going to put Tom.
Yeah, so a good point with Tim saying, like, one thing I hope you guys realize, the audience that's watching today, is when we go to an event, it's the balance between us being there and then being behind a screen is one thing you really need to think about. Is like we want to be there. We're there because we want to be there. We want to enjoy our event ourselves and have a great time. But then we're also there because we want to capture the moment and have a great time and look it back and be like sharing this moment with the people that couldn't be there. So like when we go to an event, we bust at the camera. We're not doing it thinking, "Oh, I'm going to get a couple more subs, get a couple more views out of this thing." We're thinking, actually, this is a great event. I should capture it. But that's a sacrifice in regard to us being in that moment. And I've been at events by the time I'm thinking, actually, I've filmed enough today. I'm actually going to put all my gear away and enjoy the moment. And that's the most important thing. And it's like when we sit there, we set up the rig and we get ourselves going, we're taking ourselves away from the situation. So we're there, but we're not there experiencing the whole moment. So, you know, when we get the cameras out, we're not thinking, oh, this is going to grow a channel and do what. It's what we're doing is trying to share the moment for the people who are there to look back, and then for the people who unfortunately can't be there. Software user use Premiere Pro. But I'd tell you one thing. So I ride kind of like boards with like huge batteries at times. I thought, great, I'll use that. No battery. I'm not going to need a backpack, load of gear in it. And then I started, and then my bag has slowly become more heavier. And I'll tell you, when I did my video on Tim will vouch for this. Tim will vouch. When I went and did the Cyclo Park event, I stayed over in Stratford the night after. My bag gave me chronic backache for a week after that because I got camera, gimbal, lenses, Insta, main camera, and my back was in agony. So I don't enjoy carrying that stuff, but I do it to make the content at times.
So let's put it this way, guys. I'm going to make two questions in one. Is like this, guys. When you go for ride, how many kilos do you have in your back, and what as you broke in this time as a camera or something like that, very expensive, or never happened to you guys? Let's start with Mark.
I don't know how much it would be in weight, but it is heavy. My bag is loaded. I got a big camera, the Sony a6600 with Insta360, a Canon G7X. That's with a tripod as well, spare batteries. Then you got your tubes or your e-skate gear and everything as well on top. It is heavy, you know. People, you look like a turtle with the bags we wear sometimes, but we need it.
Okay, and you, Lee?
I don't know how much it weighs, dude, but yeah, it's quite heavy. A couple of cameras and a gimbal and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the second question, yeah, I have broken quite a bit of gear actually. I've broken 2 cameras.
Sorry, Tim. Sorry, Lee.
I just broke a light as well the other day. Yeah, I've broken, I spent a lot of money on gear. I also broke my Insta360 twice.
The first one, Lee.
Yeah, the first one I broke it twice.
That is terrible. That's terrible. I broke 2 of them too.
Yeah.
That is no protections, nothing. Now with the second one, you have the protection. You can put it.
I used the GoPro.
Yeah, it's better.
I used the GoPro Max. Yeah, it's way better. But yeah, it's probably broke I don't know, 2,000, 1,500 pounds worth of stuff, probably.
That's what the people don't understand. I'm making this question because I think it's important for everybody to understand how is the life of YouTuber. That's why, Tim, you, my friend.
My bag is usually about 10 kilos. That's a Canon DSLR, Insta360, power bank, spare batteries for all my cameras, some juice or something like that. Yeah, it's absolutely ram-packed full.
I just want to show something here.
Most expensive thing I've broken is also the Insta360.
Very fast. Let's do it like this. Guys, when you started, I make this question, the same one to the guys of Australia, but I want to make you, what you start, first of all, and what you, as for a beginner, a guy who wants to start a YouTube to make videos, what you recommend?
What to film on?
Yes, what you can start it. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell what I recommend for everybody. That is Amazon. I don't receive no money, but I think that is for a guy who wants to start. First of all, is the telephone, your phone, and something like this. You're going to have a tripod. You're going to have something for your phone, stabilizer, micro, and a light. That's costed $20 for a person who wants to start it. That's why I'm going to make two questions in one. And the question is this, guys, what was the first things you used when you started, and what you each one recommend for the guys who want to start this life as YouTuber or to try it? Team, you are there.
What I started with, I was lucky enough to be a photographer beforehand, so I do have a few cameras at my disposal and quite a few lenses. At the moment, I'm shooting on an old 70D, which is pretty basic, but I don't mind that getting broken or whatever. But seriously, if you want to start, just use your phone. One of my favorite videos I shot on a Samsung in a car park. Just get something to hold it on, like a cheap gimbal, something like that. But any old camera will do. Don't worry about the gear. Just get out with something, and if you're lucky enough to have something on a stick like a GoPro, an Insta360, that's all you need to start.
Yeah, that's good. And you, Ali, how do you start and what you recommend?
I started with a really cheap, I can't remember what it was now, Panasonic Lumix. Very, very cheap camera. No lights or anything like that. But I agree, the cell phone, the mobile phone. Me and Mark have a friend called Mikey Shelley, and he used to make YouTube videos with his phone and a microphone. That's all you need to get going if that's what you want to do, for sure. The most important thing is the microphone first, and then, anything after that is a bonus.
Yeah, and of course, loving what you are going to do, because it's going to take lots of hours for you guys. And what program do you use in the beginning? Direct Pro?
Me?
Yeah.
Premiere Pro.
Okay. From the beginning.
From the beginning, yeah, which is an expensive piece of software, so that's going back to like what we were saying about, by the time you even can monetize your channel, you've probably had a year of, that's £500 Premiere, Adobe Suite, Premiere Pro, whatever.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And you, team, I forget to ask you, what in the beginning, what you start as program?
Always use Premiere Pro.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, Mark?
Final Cut Pro, I am.
And you started with the same one?
Camera, no. I think I used the GoPro Hero 4 Silver, and then went to a Canon G7X Mark II.
Yeah. And you, Tom?
So I started with GoPro Studios as my software I used to use back in the day, and I had a miserable year of using Insta360. And I say that's great for like convenience at the time, but when you take it home and you have to edit that thing, it sucks, man, because you got to line up all the shots and whatnot. But one thing I say to you, because I don't know if the rest of the guys in the stream have the same thing, is people ask you like, I want to do YouTube, whatever, is I always say to people, why do you want to do it? What is the message you want to go with? And I think one thing I say to my younger self, if I started again, is stop worrying about stuff that you don't have in regards to equipment. The best equipment you have, the best camera you have, is the one you have on you, is the thing you have on you to capture the moment, do whatever you want. Like I used an Insta for a year and I had a scratch on it. My viewers hated it, but that's all I could afford for ages, and like, just don't worry about what you don't have. I need all this software before you even start, because you're limiting your content you're making. Just start and ask yourself the message that you want to give. Like, what do you want to share from this? Do you want to talk to people about DIY? You want to talk about events you've made? You want to do an educational or documentary? Whatever you want to do, what message you want to say? Because people say to me, I don't know about the other guys in the stream, is like, I don't know what to do. And I say, well, what message do you want to give? And then that's your passion, that's your audience. And then just do that. And, it's hard at the beginning. You might get 20 views, 30 views, which could be the grinds. But, it takes that one little spark and get that energy going. And just do it through passion, because that's what's going to carry you through this journey.
And you, Mark, I forget to ask you, my friend, what you recommend for everybody who are starting?
I think Tom just hit the Tom and Lee. We have a friend called Mikey Shelley, and like he did film all his videos on a mobile phone, and it was out of this world for ages. I didn't even think it was filmed on the phone. So I still do it to this day. I use a phone now and again for certain clips. It's it's easy. It's
It's
in your
easy, my
pocket,
friend.
It's with you all the time.
Look at this. This is $20. It's nothing, and works. And the light is with Integria battery. It's not these batteries that you have to put it. It's everything there. You have a mic. You have a. I just said to everybody, I'm going to leave the link there in Amazon. You can buy it. That is just like you're going to have this that you can put in your hand and you can start it. I think that is a nice beginning. Of course, that's why I come to the next question. Is like this. You guys today, do you work with 360 or you with more experience? Do you have better cameras that you think that quality is very important because we are with the 4K, 8K, everything is changing? Do you think when you come to a level bigger, do you think we need to update and have better cameras, better quality for our videos?
No, I don't think.
I think 1080p is the standard.
Okay.
I mean, 4K is nice. I film all my stuff in 4K, but I don't think it's necessary at all. I think it's more about the quality of the content. You can forgive them. You can forgive a lower resolution, but to be honest, by the time you put it on YouTube anyway, the quality gets destroyed.
And the other thing, most of them they use it in phone, not in a television.
That's right. Yeah, if you look at the stats on your, the YouTube Studio, which is all the behind the scenes stuff, you see that like most people watch on a mobile phone anyway. So,
and you're not going to have a 4K. that's what. Yeah, of course you could have. Most of them they don't have it. That's why I come to the next. There is a question here, and I want for you guys to answer. I think that is very important. Could you not come to an event without cameras and everything? Do you think it's possible for you guys today to say, today I'm going to go just write, have fun. I'm not going to make a video.
I actually did this with the actually Lee and actually everyone on the stream can actually mark it except for unfortunately Nelson. I did the same thing when I went to the Apex weekend that we all did. I was like, I haven't got everything I need to do what I want to do in the standard I want to do it. Like when you went to Mark, do you want to make sure I quote this right? Come Quan Forest, let's say it right. Come Forest, yeah. Which is the most beautiful place I've ridden. I like Wright and Urban, but that place is something special. And I said to, I think, Tim the night before, and I was like, I haven't got everything I need. I'm just going to go enjoy myself. Do you know what? I would love it if all I had to do was talk in front of a camera and there was a little man behind me with a little camera and a rig and a gear and did everything for me. We don't want to film every ride. We don't want to go out and film. What we want to do is go out and enjoy the ride. But it's a sacrifice we all have to make to capture the moment. And that's what it comes down to.
And you, Lee?
Yeah, I've been riding a lot this year without filming at all, just enjoying it and not worrying about filming it. Definitely. For me anyway, the ride videos are always an extra for my channel. I more want to talk about the DIY stuff. So I never did them because it was just good to do different stuff. But yeah, I this year I've been riding a lot. I take the 360 with me, get a few clips for Instagram, but yeah, definitely not been filming anywhere near as much this year.
And you, Tim?
Yeah, I have a bit of a problem where I go out for a ride and I think I'll just go for a chill, but then I think, well, I better just take my camera just in case, and then it just becomes another film. I do ride a little bit. I'm lucky enough to drop my most of my stuff from the shop at the local post depot a few miles away, so I'll get a ride in there every day and take a long route around. But otherwise, if I'm going out somewhere, definitely I'll take a camera and film it every time.
I'm just going to put the answer this. Can you answer this one, Lee? Oh, sure, you answer. Okay. We cannot listen to you.
Sorry. Can you hear me now, yeah?
No.
Apex, yeah, we'll be shipping internationally soon. We just wanted to produce some boards for the UK market, just some prototypes, and just to make sure we've got everything right. And also, we haven't fully figured out how it's going to, the final iteration of the board. So once we know all that, then yeah, we'll be shipping international. But for now, we're just shipping in the UK.
Now you are talking about that is going to go to Tim. Tim, your shop do international shipping if the people ask, or just for UK?
Yeah, we do international shipping because I'm not obviously. No, I don't do international board shipping, but all the parts and spares and stuff that I sell, yeah, no worries, international.
Okay.
Yeah, same. We sell the parts internationally, but it's just that I think the guy was asking about the board, the Predator.
And
Yeah,
Lee,
I'm
going to put it this way: it's easy for you guys now in to send to Europe because of this Brexit.
Yeah, no problem.
You have more costs.
It costs more. Yeah, there's a Brexit adjustment on the shipping, which we take into account. But yeah, I mean, we can put something through your letterbox pretty much anywhere in Europe within 24 hours. It's amazing.
Guys, I'm just going to tell to everybody that is most of the four of them, they write Apex boards,
yeah.
But that is not.
He's trying to dominate UK market.
No, I just want to put this way, guys. That is not propaganda for Apex. I just invite them first of all because there was the four of them. There was here in a live stream. Alone to talk a little more. You can see the live streams from them, and I invite them to come here because I think there is lots of people who don't understand what is the life of YouTuber, and we want to explain to you guys from the country you are living how is the life of one creator from YouTuber. I think there is people who think very bad things about us, and they don't understand we make this for lots of love. We love our communities. These four guys, they are from UK, and they try to do the best. Lee is one of the guys who started with Carve UK, Tom, and then you have a team, and Mark is a little more higher from the UK, but he is from the family. And I think it's good to have you guys here to make a nice explanation for the people to try to understand that we do this more for the love. We want to bring the best information for all of you guys. I'm going to put it this way. How many times do you guys make videos today in your YouTube channel, and what you recommend for the people who are starting to do in his channel? How many times in a week or in a month?
I think it's important to be consistent, and sort of earlier on in my channel's life, I was consistent, like every week produce a video. I think that's more important, to be consistent, than anything else. Doesn't matter what you're doing. If people expect, in the case of my channel, people expect it, or they certainly used to expect a video Monday 7 p.m. UK time, there would be a Lee Wright video. They come to expect that and anticipate it, and that is what drives engagement more than anything on your channel. So, and I've said this to other YouTubers in the past, the quality is not important. It's just about being consistent and having good content. The actual visual, I mean, the visual quality isn't important. It's about having good quality content that's important, doing it consistently. That's how you want to start, and just carry on as much as you can.
And Lee, I'm going to put it together with a question and answering the guys who leave the questions in a YouTube channel. That is
absolutely
important.
Yeah, very, very important. I mean, on my channel, you go and look at the videos. I answer every question. I respond to everybody that takes the time to message me. If you take the time out of your day to say that was a good video, Lee, or whatever, I'm definitely going to reply to you and say thank you very much. Why not? It's a small courtesy. I guess if you had a big channel, that would be impossible. But certainly in our little world,
yeah, but you have a big channel, then it's going to be very, very different. Then you can put people who can help you a little more. And you, Mark,
you can't ask me this. I'm the most inconsistent YouTuber. I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. Lee's right. I have to be more consistent on uploading and filming and stuff like that. I completely understand this. I've had many conversations with Lee about this as well. When it comes to videos and stuff, like Lee just said, always reply to everyone who comments on my videos and everything, even the trolls, man. Everyone gets them as well. Just cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Let's put you, Tom.
So yeah, like I said, I've been trying to be consistent for a while. I took a big break for personal reasons for a while, but it is an investment. It is consistency is king. You know, like it's when I'm in a creative mindset. I'll grind load of stuff. I've got about 3 videos in the bank at the moment, which gives me a little bit of breathing space. I just started a new job, gives me a bit of breathing space. But in my bank, I've got loads of videos. Like some of the guys know in the background that I did like a UK tour before I started this new job where I went to do 3 group rides and I filmed. So I've got the content ready and it's to go. Finding the time to do it is thing. So us hitting. I think what I'd say to someone making content is same thing. Lisa, just don't put pressure on yourself. Have realistic goals. If it's once a month, do that. If it's once every 2 weeks, fortnight, whatever it is, do that, and just give yourself achievable tasks that are consistent. Because then people will know it's ready. On that deadline, because it's hard to have those quiet elements, and they devastate your channel when you're having breaks for such big time. So just prepping is hard. So like it's another element that people don't think of and think about now. It's the thing where it's filming, it's having your gear, it's editing, it's transferring files, and also business management in some element where you're like, I'm planning for if I have a rainy day or if it's winter for 3 weeks and raining, which could easily happen in the UK. If I got stuff in the background I can just throw out there. So, yeah. A lot of skills, and I think it's a learning thing that we all do as we go along.
As anyone from you in the beginning when start in the middle to start to think, okay, I'm going to give up, that's not for me, or it's not working?
Yep,
I did. I got completely roasted on Reddit at the very beginning, honestly, and Lee's seen these comments as well. I got annihilated.
and you, Tom?
I think that's the thing, and I think that's why for experience comes a long way. Is it's a YouTube burnout. We all get it. We all have our moments, and that's why you need to prep for YouTube burnout. Where, like I say, I'll try and make things in the background. So if like I said, the last 2 weeks I had a new job, very intense. I've done barely any content cream, but because I've prepped for it, I'm prepared for it. But yeah, I think mindset and its experience. So when I started, it was hungry for, someone's watched my video. I've got a like. My numbers have gone up. But one thing I've taken is numbers go on forever. What it is, it's those moments you've captured for people where it's like, you've helped me get into this, or I wouldn't have bought this board or bought this without your help, and I really love it. Those should be your driving forces and not a numerical number, because we can count forever and the number never changes, and that stretch goal will always go. But what you should be holding on to are those little moments where you've made a difference to someone's day, and they've commented on something, or they've enjoyed what you've done, or it's inspired them to make their own stuff. That's what your passion should be.
And you, Tim?
Yeah, I've probably nearly given up several times. I've taken a few breaks and I've become quite inconsistent, but I still love what I do. I still love the ride, and
don't stop, my friend. Don't stop.
I know. I nearly gave up. And then I went out for a ride.
I thank you guys, everyone. I know I was speaking with Lee in private, and I know that is difficult. Everybody has a job. The people sometimes they don't understand us. They think that is easy. That is a long road, and sometimes we have private, we have kids, we have everything, and we have problems. We are sick and everything, and it's not easy. But I thank you, Tim. You are a great YouTuber. I tell you that in the last interview, and I think you have to continue to do what you do before in the beginning. Everybody loves you because you was very, very pure, and you tell to everybody the truth. Sometimes it was not very good for the companies, but was good for all of us, because sometimes it's a piece of shit. We have to say that is a piece of shit, and sometimes the people don't understand that. That's why don't stop, and I don't like nobody from you guys to stop it. I always love
Tim
to see your
slide
videos.
and he getting started. So
Yeah,
Tim knows that.
And you, Lee, was easy the road? Never think about making a stop or something like that?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop making videos, to be honest. I mean, I just had a daughter, right? That was incredibly amazing, but also time-consuming period of my life. You know, she's 8 months old now. It's gone so quick, and I didn't make videos for a long period of time. My channel's still kind of recovering from that period, and it will get back to where it was. But no, I never stopped making videos. You know, like we've all been attacked by like haters and trolls online and whatever. You know,
That's what I'm going to ask too, though. No.
Really, even companies have attacked me because I'm straight up and honest about, or try to be honest about everything that I review, and no one will ever discourage me from making videos at all.
So you put direct to questions. We can continue. First of all, is the haters.
Can I ask Lee something quickly? Just a quick one. Is like, I think that's one thing that. How have you found through this journey where you could have easily just cashed in the easy check, where it's just like you could have been adopted by a company and then you become buyers? I think everyone here, like, you know, we've seen it for YouTubers sell out and be like, yes, this is the best thing ever. And it's like this, as Nelson classic statement, this piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? It's terrible. Do you know what I mean? I respect everyone here because, you know, we've all kept true to ourselves. We've not done the easy cash out and been adopted and being bought by someone. You know, it's, you know, I respect everyone here who's always been like, do you know what? I will review your stuff, but be prepared. I'm not going to be bought and I'm not going to sell out because my credibility is worth.
I'm not I'm not telling you. Try to understand this. I'm a critic too, and I receive lots of critics. That's why I understand Lee. What he's telling is the truth, and that's the message you have to put out for the people who want to start as YouTuber. Is haters is there. Guys who just don't is in the back of one computer, they don't have nothing to do, and it's easy to write and not to show his face. And sometimes you lose the appetite to continue it. And then comes the other thing is the guys who have companies like Lee, like Tim, who have to put sometimes his video out because you receive a strike, and lots of people don't understand what happened in this YouTube. If you get 2 strikes, you're going to lose the control of your account, and when you receive the 3rd strike, they're going to close your channel. That is simple like that. Is that right or not, Lee? You are one of the persons who try to bring the best content for all of us, and you was criticized. Because
absolutely. I got a channel strike under weird circumstances, but yeah, I mean, even that all that sort of stuff, like, it only feeds me, like, makes me more creative.
But you think that is fair, Lee? For you to telling the truth that you get a strike? Do you think that
it's totally unfair? But that's just the way it goes, isn't it? You know, and you've got to play the game. You know, people do what they do, and you know, I think, how can I say this? It wouldn't, that sort of thing would never put me off. It would only make me. In fact, I re-released the video again, but I just blurred out some words, and I wrote on there that the person who did it was a clown on the video, because these people don't, you know, people that do things like that don't bother me personally. Like, they just encourage me. Mm-hmm. I think it would be very easy for people to be discouraged by actions like this, and I think it's like there's two e-skate worlds. There's like a very murky e-skate world, which is like affiliates and people promoting companies for different reasons, or whatever. But I think that as long as you stay true and you don't enter into all that stuff, I feel like I have credibility to say stuff on my channel, and people believe me for what I've said, because they know I'm willing to even say things that would cause me to get in trouble with companies and stuff like that. I think it's important from a moral perspective that you do that, and it means that people can trust what you're saying. You know, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I understand perfectly, and I think that is wrong.
Totally agree there, Lee.
I just want to say to Lee, you can see the interviews what I make to Lee and what I make to Tim. That was 2 interviews. I think that is a thing we have to take care. Is dishonest. to the people to do that in our back. They do to you because you're just trying to help the community, telling the truth. And for team, that was dishonest by other way, and that was the good thing by the community that helped team putting out the truth, because they tell he was not ambassador, and the people work very fast and bring that he was ambassador. And that is the problem we have to take every day. Not me, maybe not so much like you guys. I know that you guys have that, because I know that most of my videos are not monetized or is always with problems, because I make videos from other persons inside. I don't care. Most of the people then just write and say, I want to monetize this video for me. That is my video and everything. And I'm just trying to share and bring here riders, but it's life. For you, Tim, this road, do you have any strikes? Do you have any problems?
No, it's the other way around. I've had to put down takedowns on other people's stuff for stealing my content, and then trying to make affiliate videos.
Often intimidated, never duplicated, Tim.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they'd steal my reviews and then upload them to their channels, and then put affiliate links underneath them to try and sell stuff.
That is the other thing I want to ask. There is some companies out there now. They are sending you message, and they ask you indirectly, "Can I use your video or your image?" And then you say yes, and then at this moment they control the video, and they have the rights in YouTube, and they are so well organized, guys, that you don't have no chance no more. And your video is going to be from him. That's why
quite a few companies, Chinese companies, approach me as well. I don't know if Lee gets this as well, where they're going, "We'll give you this product for a 5-star review," and you're like going,
Yeah, I turned down a lot of those requests, man. It's just not worth getting involved in all that stuff.
Because that's what for the new YouTubers, guys. Watch it. There's lots of guys who are waiting for you to give an answer. Yes, you can use it, my video, or you can use it, my content, or you can use it, and then they send them to YouTube and they say, "This channel, give me the authorization for me to control his channel." And then
I think people realize when people have done honest or biased reviews within 30 seconds. When you watch a video and it's like, "This is the best thing ever," and it's like, really, like, people really can see. Hopefully people can really realize that things are biased or people have been bought. That's the most important thing.
Do you have Mark, do you ever have problems with guys writing to you, haters, guys making some stupid comments?
I managed to trigger the boosted community when I first started. I done a video of a boosted board review, and it wasn't a review. It was a proper piss take. Like my mate said, it had like what was it, Lee? The orange wheels.
Orange wheels.
HybridZ wheels.
You said he said it had HybridZ wheels, yeah.
HybridZ wheels, right? Just to take the piss and everything. Because I was to say, having a ride and all, I just named it as a boosted board, review and all that, and I posted it in Reddit. And mate, people got triggered, but it was so funny. Like at the same time, that my humor at the time, that was it.
We have a question here from Mark that is like a request. Is do you guys think to run a regular forum in UK with all the aspects and everything from UK community?
Used to.
Yeah, we could do it.
I think that will be a big. You guys have a so big community in UK. I think that will be fantastic. The guys here in Germany, they start with a forum about 3 or 4 months, and it's working very well. They don't use most of the time no WhatsApp, no Facebook, nothing. They just use the forum for everything. Yeah, they have a part for DIY. They have parts for question and answer. They have parts for riders, and the important thing that is private. Nobody can see it, because today in Germany the big problem is you cannot post it so much things, because the police can take these videos and use it against you.
Yeah,
that is enough. That is enough for you to have a big problem, guy. That's why I think that will not be a bad thing for you guys to work. Is a good idea for Mark. Why not create it? A forum is not difficult to make. It's very.
I'm gonna throw that back at Mark. Do you know what I mean? If you can see a gap in the market, go for it, bro. You know, we're all doing our own little thing. You know, go for it. You know, start setting it up. I know Mark in the UK, he's been, you know, really engaged the last, you know, 6 months with e-skate stuff. You know, if you can see a gap in the market where we can have a forum community, go for it, bro. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, we all have these questions where we can see a gap where, you know, even like Lee saying about it as an educational DIY thing, and he made it. Go for it. Go for it. We've all got our own stuff going on. Create that passion, create that network.
But he's not talking about an actual forum.
Yes.
He's talking about a round table, like us getting together and talking about the e-skate community and going on. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, but when you have a forum like this in private, you can make that. You can separate it, everything, and you can put it different things. And I think you're going to have more communities of UK and around UK to come inside. And maybe it's good. I think it's not bad. Is not, guys. I'm there in Germany, and believe it, that is good. I take it. I was with I don't know how many WhatsApp groups, and now I'm close to no WhatsApp groups because everybody is in one place and everybody's sharing. And in this side of this forum, you have Onewheels, AUCs, skaters. You have everything there. Then you can go inside what you want and chat with the people. That is what I think. My friends, we are more than 1 hour. I want to make this question. It's like this. Do you love to make this YouTube? Is a passion? Is more than a passion? Is just fun, or you love it absolutely? Because I love to do this lives. I love to bring guys like you. And first of all, I love to see how you guys are creative. And 4 different persons here with me today that make me so happy every day to see. Sometimes I come from work, I don't have nothing to do, I just open and there is a video from Tom, or is a video yesterday I was seeing from the Lee. There was lots of time I was not seeing so much from Lee, and I see the new machine and everything, and I was like, is a different thing, is an idea for me, is something that you can say I'm interested or not, but the idea is there. Then you see Mark, who make this amazing videos with his explanation that you are like, you just want to sit and see the video to the end. Then you have a team that is not in a moment with not so many power, but I think you're going to come back and you're going to do it a lot. And of course, 4 riders for Apex.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's amazing.
And we all approached him. I'm telling you this now. I'm going to cut up Lee. We all approached Lee and we said we want this.
Tomorrow, everybody
every single one.
Tomorrow,
it's a sellout.
Tomorrow they're going to sell it. They're going to tell it. This interview was for Apex, or that was?
Man.
We all came to Lee. We all came to Lee.
This is true. This should be said, Tom, because I have heard some people say, you know.
Actually, I'm going to cut you up, Lee, just to say it, and then you can say your speech. Like, honestly, what Lee said, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, and I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? I was like, Tim was saying to Lee over a year ago, like when you was discussing it with Lee, I'm gonna do something in the new year. I want to make a company and I want to build something special. You know, morning, Scott. How you doing, right? I see you, Scott, in there. You know, Tim got like the early adopter, and then I said to Lee, I'm just gonna. I even said this to you, didn't I, Lee? I was like, I'm just gonna trust you. I don't need to see it. I just trust you. It's gonna be right. And whoever's saying I'm biased,
and Marcus is.
I love it. I love my board.
Apex rider. Okay, guys, it's simple. I just want to make this question like this. Lee, do you love to do this?
Yes, YouTube. Absolutely. Yeah. I love the e-skate community. I think it's a very diverse place full of interesting people. And I love to serve it, you know. I love making the YouTube videos. Now I've got a company as well, providing parts and boards into the community. definitely, this is like a large part of my life.
Lee, the first time we see that the two of us, then I'm going to make the question is two questions. Do you imagine that the PVs is going to be so big like is today, like the community in UK?
What, when I first started?
Yeah.
No, not really, to be honest. I didn't expect it, especially the off-road stuff, which has really exploded, probably because of the laws getting, cracking down on riding on the streets. Yeah, I didn't expect it. But now we get group rides of 30 people on an off-road electric mountain board. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's why, guys, if you want to see from the Apex, there is a last ride from this guys, and you can go to his channels. I'm going to leave all the links is there. You can go there, subscribe, and have a nice videos. You have 4 fantastic YouTubers, and I think you're going to love it. And there's lots of content always coming out, Lloyd, people. And you, Tim, and you are loving this or?
Yeah, I do. I really love it. Like Lee was saying, I love the e-skate community. The most wonderful bunch of misfits I've ever met in my whole life. And they're some of the nicest people who you wouldn't have got to connect with in any other way before. And now I feel like I've got like a massive family, and it's fantastic. It's so good. It started so small, where I used to like arrange little group rides in like the streets of London. Used to grab Billy, about 6 or 7 of us to go out and ride, and it was just like tiny group.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, and now there's like 3,000 plus people in Carve, which is incredible.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Carve has grown.
And you, my friend, Mark.
YouTubers brought people together. Like Lee is like one of my good friends now. Tim and Tom, I had the honor of meeting this year, and a guy called Mark Vanstone. Everyone has got their own their story in e-skate and the reasons why they do it. It is amazing to learn everyone's story. It's brilliant, man. The connection, like Tom says, networking, man.
That is fantastic. And you, Tom?
So anyone who knows me personally, and I've spoken to everyone in this group, with you, Nelson, Lee, Tim, and Mark, and I'm going to do a video on this at one day. I just need to be the right time. People know personally, I feel like I owe e-skate a debt, and it's one thing I've always said where it has saved my life, and I'll go into that at some point. And like this is what drives the passion. And I feel like I owe something to give. It's a silly thing. Like, it's something I feel like I owe to give back to the community for saving me from some very dark, also it could have been the other way as well, but saved me some really dark places in my life. And like, when I say like, it's an absolute, like, it means more than words can explain, with meeting people like yourselves and the guys on this stream and you guys at home are watching, and the people, like, when you come up to me and I talk to you, I want to meet you. I want to talk to you. I want to share this journey, because that moment, I'm telling you now, that moment you feel when you're on your board, you see whatever you're riding, and that gives you a sense of absolute joy and freedom. That's what I feel. And, it's helped everyone in all different ways. And that's what drives my passion for what I do, because I've got so much for this sport and this community, and I just want to give it back because it's helped me in so many elements of my life.
And of course, I'm going. Jay Boston put a question here for Lee. I'm going to change the question. I'm going to. Do you think, Lee? Do you like to make this a full-time business? The Apex, first of all, and maybe the YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but yes to both. I think Apex will definitely happen. It has to happen. But yeah, also like YouTube as well. I think a mix of the two could definitely sustain me in the future. And that is where I'm heading to. Yeah.
And you, Tim, your shop and your YouTube channel. Do you like the two of them to be? Today, I think your shop is your business.
Yeah, my shop is my business at the moment. It's growing. There's so much going on behind the scenes that I can't kind of talk about now, but it's there's a lot going on for next year. So I'm really hoping full time very, very soon.
And you, my friend Mark, do you imagine making this as a maybe from the YouTube create some business and seeing
I have
in the
no
future?
idea. I have
Do
no idea. I just enjoy doing what I do and meeting people and making videos because I love the editing process. I really do. Editing is just like it chills me out, man. It really does.
But what was the experience for you to try the first time you're with your feet stuck in one? Because it's the fault from Lee, huh? Lee put you in this situation, huh? What was the situation for you to try it?
I'll be honest now as well. Same as what Tom did, because everyone thinks like, yeah.
Hey guys, go see the video there. The video is fantastic.
I approached Lee and I started having these lockdown, thoughts go through my head, and I was just like watching loads of Lee's back videos and stuff, and I was questioning him. I wouldn't tell him exactly at the time what I was doing, but it got to the point where I was just like, right, Lee, man, I want one of these boards. I took a massive gamble, Nelson, because I've never ridden an electric mountain board until I had my friend. Never ridden one, so it was a massive gamble. I'm gonna be like, I don't fucking like this, but I love it. I love it. It's my daily driver now.
You sold your baby as well, didn't you, Mark? As well. Saying that as well.
But that is the fault from Lee. Lee is the responsible to put you in this situation.
Man, I remember Mark used to say to me, like when he saw my electric mountain board and stuff, my original one that I built, he used to say to me, "I'm never going to ride a mountain board. I'm never going to use bindings. It's just not for me, that bro, at all." And then lo and behold.
That's why, guys, I tell you for everybody out there, go see the videos from these guys. You're going to have a blast, believe it. If you put everything together, because sometimes the videos they work. Everybody is working together, and it's like a compilation. It's like you go to one, then you're going to see the part 2, and you're going to see then the Tom is going to make the other one, and you're going to see it 4 creators doing. Like the Apex, we are talking about Apex. You're going to see 4 riders giving 4 versions of the board, and that is the beautiful of the YouTube. You're going to have very different persons with different views and different styles of riding.
That's what I love as well. Like we all have our own different spins on everything, and the affiliate codes with Apex really help our bias decision. No, I'm joking. But we all no, but like honestly, like that's just the thing is like that's what I said. Like we all have our own journeys and our own spin on things, and I think that's what's good is like we get and I'm not gonna lie, we get inspirations from each other, definitely. But like I said, I'm telling you now, like with our boards we're all riding now. It's all straight up, and I'm telling you one thing: anyone in this chat has never been biased towards any brand, whereas we wouldn't even touch them.
But Tom, was one video that you made from YouTube that everybody criticized you. That was a feel dislikes because the community from Involved they are
everyone hates Evolve.
That was a very, very, and that's why sometimes I don't speak about Involved then because comes all the haters and everything, and I say okay, leave me alone. I don't want
views.
Toxic.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say I've spoken to Lee about this in the past. Is like shut up and go ride. Do you know what I mean? All this.
But that is
I've
wrong.
got a bigger board than you. Who's got better? We all remember why you love riding. Don't do that. Do that.
No, you have to have your voice. If you don't have your voice, what you are doing here, my friend? If you start to be a robot for these guys, they don't want you to say what you want to say. That is not that. Then is I'm going to say everything. The last interview I have with the guys from Involve. I was not expecting to come. Jeff, I don't speak with Jeff. There is more than 5 years, and at one moment to another, he said to me, "He's going to come," and I was like, "Okay."
I tell you, I think nothing makes me happier than going to a group ride and I don't see the same PEV. That's what makes me happy. I go there and it's just diversity. That's what I like.
Do you know what? But I tell you what I enjoy though, man. But this is the mad one that I buzz off personally, right? All of us in this room now, if we went to the same location and filmed our day out, everyone's video will be completely different. Everyone's site of
Yeah.
filming and editing is completely, it's mad, and we're all in the same place as well.
My friend is like this. I have the video from London. I started every time I say I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm not like you guys. You spend lots of hours to make videos. I'm a guy who makes lots of videos. I have lots of things. I'm always filming, but then I come to make the video and that is not so good. It's missing something. And sometimes it was about 2 years, Lee. I was there with you guys.
Oh man, yeah, it was a long time ago. You
I
haven't made a video yet.
I never made a video.
Shamble, stop this now. Go back.
Nelson,
Guys.
Nelson, I did the same thing in Paris. Remember the Skate Cup?
Yeah.
I filmed for 3 days. I filmed so much footage and then released a 2-minute clip.
Yeah, that's why, Lee. I have the video. I have made one part. I make the other one, but it's missing something in the middle, and that upset me. And then I put it always to the side. And then I go to.
We have our own
Wright,
memories as well, our own content as well.
And sometimes I'm not a creator like you guys. That's why I say to everybody is out there. It's a hard job to be a YouTube creator, and sometimes to put it out a video, nobody imagines how much work. I know because most of the time I don't do it, but I know you guys do it, and I remember when I see Mark doing this fantastic video from the Lacroix. He beat at everyone there. I think this video is one of the best of Lacroix out there, and I was amazed from you. How do you make simple and efficient? That was for me is perfect. That is sometimes the best videos like that, and that's why sometimes I don't understand the critique from the guys who try to put us in a bad situation, and it's not nice to listen to that.
It's human nature, Nelson. It's human nature. It's when you do something and people like see you doing something with your life. It doesn't, not even YouTube, different stuff. People will hate you for doing that because that's the way some people are. You got to just like brush it off and just like not let it bother you at all. The more successful you are, the more haters you'll have, mate. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I see it now because now I come to a point that I have more than 1,000 persons, and I see how many persons write to me every day, and sometimes it's not nice to see some people. You can tell me, okay, I don't like what you said. Your English is not good, or it's not a problem of discussion. Sometimes they hurt you with the words that you are. Like, your English is garbage. You don't need what you are doing here. Put one guy who can speak English, and that sometimes is very upset for a person to do that.
I say to you, Nelson, with your English is that your English is better than my German.
Yes, but I'm not German. I'm Portuguese. That is not the question. Like me, I was with Fabi. Fabi is a guy who makes boards, and we have a discussion in internet. But that was a nice discussion. I give my opinion. He gives your opinion, and now he's going to come to the channel. For me other guys. Other guys, I have discussions, and they say, I'm not going to come to your channel because you speak, you don't like something for me. It's not liking, it's just giving my opinion, and that's what I love about Lee. Me and Lee, we talk. We have sometimes we disagree in some things, but Lee was one of the first guys who came here to my channel. He's one of the guys who came with no problems to support. I was a small channel like this, and he came. Team was the same one, Tom and everybody, and Mark and everybody. I think we have to stick together and try to help the best way. I do this for just one reason. I like to bring guys like you. You make a fantastic job, guys. And the guys from Australia, they make a fantastic job. The guys from USA. And I think the people out there, they put us in a bad situation. They don't understand it. And sometimes the people have to understand how hard it is to make something. And most of them, what we just want to receive from them is just, hey, guy, thank you for sharing, thank you for helping the community. That is fantastic. Maybe you can change this. It's not a critique, but it's a positive critique. But then you see this guy's, that's a piece of, I don't want to say it, but sometimes it's very disappointed. I don't give up. I like to do this. I begin this about 8 months ago. I have close now to 200 interviews with riders. I'm going to.
You've been grinding hard, Nelson.
I'm going to continue. I'm going. No. I'm just going to continue it. I think that is the main thing for us. Never stop, like Lee told. You have to continue it. You don't have to stop it. You have to make things out. That's why I cannot imagine the YouTube without you guys. PEVs is not a big community, but we don't have lots of guys doing, because everyone who starts to do this, they see it 1 month later. Oh, I don't make no money. Oh, that is not. Oh, that is not what I was expecting.
Lockdown YouTubers were a thing. I'm telling you.
And then comes this point: the people who start the YouTube, they think, "Oh, I'm going to make 1,000 subscribers," and then they see that the road is going to be very hard.
The road is grinding on your hands and feet.
They stop it.
There's always obstacles in the way of YouTube anyway. Like all of you could probably understand this. When you go out for a ride and you're that person with the camera, do you ask people straight away and be like, "Oh, bro, I'm going to be filming you now. Are you happy to be on camera?"
I don't even care anymore. I just do things, and then they can tell if they don't like it.
I do it. Mark Manstone, the first time I ever met him, right, before I even got my camera in the bag, I said to him, "Bro, are you happy for me to film?" I gotta ask, right, because some people might be, not.
I respect that, 100%. Definitely respect that.
And Nelson, I wanted to say as well, I think the UK, talking again about creators, I think the UK has a lot of PEV content creators, not just the guys that are in this room. You've got Simon Rowe, the EV side. You've got the Cheshire Scrubbers. Amar Saeed. You've got Eamon Shaw making absolutely amazing content. There's so many in the UK.
But Lee, like I told you, my friend, I know there is lots of them. I invited them, but the people tell me later. I reach Pavel, I reach lots of creators. I tell them to come, but I can have 4 persons, because if I have more than 4 persons, Lee, it's going to be too much.
Yeah, no, for sure. I didn't mean it for the stream. What I'm saying is that the UK is like a rich.
Yes,
there seems to be a lot of creators in the UK making videos.
Yes, lots of creators. But I think, like I always tell, this stream, what I make, I hope that there is more guys in UK that can start to do this. Why? Because I think there is lots of riders in UK that you can bring 1 or 2 every week. Of course, guys, I'm going to tell you to everybody, don't think you're going to have thousands of views. You're going to have people who love this sport. Like me, I have 500, maybe 700, 1,000, or maybe 200. But that is people who love this sport. I don't do it because I know that I'm going to reach the persons who love. That is just interviews. But if you are out there and you love this sport and you want to bring your friend, do a live stream. It's going to help a lot the community, because if you are from London, you're going to meet guys from Liverpool, and then everybody's going to see the live stream, and the communities comes back bigger and bigger and bigger every day. And you don't need too much, just a webcam, a not expensive microphone, and you can start it. And it's not, if you don't make more than 20 hours for months, you just go to live stream, and it's the 20 hours that you use is going to be free. You don't have to pay nothing, and you can use it. That is the way I'm going to tell it for you guys. And I always tell, if you are from Australia or USA, go there, make it. Don't stop it. Make it. Bring the communities together. That you are more important this way. My dream is just for us. I know Lee. I know personally Lee. I know Tim. You know Lee. You know Tom. You know Tim. Mark is the only one I don't know in person. And we see us in Belgium, in France, in UK. Lots of people. And people don't know how many money we spend, how many kilometers we ride in miles. I don't know, you guys are in miles. How many, the road for all of us is big. And sometimes to bring a video of 10 minutes, like a team was in Belgium and he could not sleep.
Tim has the worst luck. I'm telling you now. Out of every
Every
Escape
journey.
person, every person I've ever met, that man has had blockages
I speak-
every journey.
I
It's a
speak
curse.
with Lee.
was-
I
that was
speak with
brilliant.
Lee. I speak with Lee. Hey, where is Tim? He has a bad night yesterday. That was like a symphony, you know?
Yeah, there was one guy that was snoring so bad. Tim, I bought us a hotel room, didn't I? The next day, I was like, right,
Yeah,
we're
we
going
had
to
to
go.
get away.
We went and stayed
appreciate
in like a
that so
nice
much.
hotel. No, that's what you could.
I've had nights in with Tim as well. He's shared my passion with nights in. Well, actually, that's the one where you came to, Nelson. Me and just for funny, a funny story. When we went to Birmingham, when you came over for the UK, spent a night with Tim and accidentally left the heating on max settings, and Tim was cooked overnight.
Oh man, the Birmingham ride was amazing. Do you remember that, Nelson?
That was fantastic, my
That's
friend. That
still
was
one of my most favorite group rides ever.
Yes, that was, and of course, guys, if you are out there, the first time I reach this guys and I say, guys, I'm going to come to UK, and the car
I was there when you got there, Nelson. I was there waiting.
The car was and in this day I was with Tom. Guys, that was so crazy. I was with Tom.
Oh, Nelson, tell me about the wheel that flew off. Please tell that story.
I was riding with Tom, and I was riding normally, guys, and then I see a wheel, ting ting ting, and I say, "Hey, I think Tom lose a wheel." And then Tom tell me, "Hey, your wheel!" And I said, "I lose a wheel."
That was riding on 3 wheels.
That is just okay, but that is the good thing what we have in YouTube, but just don't have. I know that is sometimes it's hard for us putting everything together, but then when you put the videos out and you see in your home, most of the people don't see everything. We see everything, but is the moment, guys, for you. I'm just going to make for all of you because we were coming to the end. Every time you are in your home and you see these videos, is that not a fantastic thing just to look and see it? Oh, look at this. How amazing was this day?
I did it the other day. Just yesterday or the day before, I've just happened to watch one of my videos that was filmed last summer, me and Kieran, and I sent it to the Apex group chat saying like, "Oh, Kieran, like how amazing was this in May? The sun was shining, we got sunburnt, we had some beers, it was fantastic." And it's that, like Tom was saying earlier, it's documenting these moments. It's fantastic to look back on it.
That is the thing. That is in 10 years. We're going to be in 15 years. We're going to be all together. Do you remember? Do you remember?
He's PEV retirement home.
This time I could do that, but no. That I think that is going to be the.
My mobility scooter is going to be a 20S 8P.
I'm not going to put it like this. I'm going to put it the best way. In some years, the new guys who are going to come out,
next generation,
they're going to see it and they're going to say, "This guys, they started, they put this to another level. Today, that is a big sport. I hope that comes a big sport, maybe international." I'm one of the guys who say to everybody, "Just push it this and put it maybe like Olympic sport, because you have the guys off-road, they can make jumps, they can make off-road downhill, then you have the guys in streets like in Paris. It was fantastic to see these guys riding like machines, and you see a guy who comes from I don't know, Switzerland, and with his board everything was broken and he makes the first place. And you cannot imagine to see so many guys riding. These guys who love this sports and they have so many years riding, and to get today changing for skateboards or mountain boards or long boards and come to the electro boards, that is something that help us. And like I was in Paris to see guys moving so nice and making so beautiful things, and you go with the camera there and you try to film it and show it to the world. How amazing is this guy riding? And I think that is the beautiful thing of this YouTube channel. And then you go to your home and say that was a good day. New friends. and you have everything in camera. For you, Mark,
I
when you go out.
got I got another going off topic on this one actually. When you first start, all of you now, when you first started YouTube, and like, how long did it take for people in your works or your family find out about what you were doing? Did you bury it for a while? Because
Yeah, that's a
how
good
mine
question.
got out was the worst, honestly.
Please
It was on my
share.
helmet.
I want
My
more of this
channel was
story.
on my helmet.
Come, Lee.
Just for a little while, I was just doing my thing, and yeah, everyone knows now, of course, but yeah, probably a year, 18 months, something like that.
And you, Tim?
Yeah, I didn't really tell many people about my channel. I was just doing it for fun, and then now it's like how my mum knows what I'm doing with my life because we live so far apart. But yeah, it's I never really said anything about it, and then it just kind of when it blew up, everyone knew about it. But yeah, it's good to share.
And you, Tom?
I think my first interaction with that is literally with this new job I started. Is because, like I said, I didn't want to tell this new profession what I used to do because my family and my friends are this community. So like they know me from this. Like I had this experience where I had to come back from like a lad's holiday, and I was like, I need to change my horizon, and I just realized I just had to stress out a new network. So like, I don't know, man. I love this. I love this community so much, and I've made some special events through this whole thing. And anyone who's watching this or watches what I do, or anyone else in this group, if we've made a difference for 5 seconds, that's why we do this. We absolutely love it, and that's it's all about. I'm telling you, there's another side of life, and I'm inviting you to join it. Come join my journey. That's what it is.
So, guys, we are coming to the finish. I just want to say, all of you change this big company of sports, PEVs, whatever you want to call it, electro sport. I just want to say, first of all, it's a pleasure to ride with you guys, because that is most of the important thing for me, was riding with all of us, all of you, sitting with all of you guys. The only person I don't sit was with Mark, but with the three of you, I have the pleasure to sit and ride with you guys and have a nice conversation, and you taking care of me in your country, in UK. And that is something that is more than family, for you guys to lose your time and come and see me. That's
Get
the
more
thing I want.
time.
That's one thing
anytime, Nelson.
I like to do with you guys. I know that you have private lives, you have family. Sometimes it's difficult, but you are, the four of you, fantastic YouTubers, and first of all, fantastic persons. I have a big pleasure to say I have you like good friends and good riders. I learn a lot with you guys in all these years, and this road. I think in the guys who are out there, the other YouTubers are seeing, the guys who are seeing this stream. First of all, I want to thank you, all of you who came. For all the guys who are going to see this later, share it. Go to the channels of these guys. Rocket, they make it a fantastic job working to bring content for all of you guys, and they deserve maybe just thank you, good job, see you, let's go for a ride. And I think that is what we need, just a little
More
small
of this.
attention, and I think that is more than enough for all of us. And I just going to leave for each of you the last words, then we're going to go to the end. Guys, I want to just say something for Katie. Katie, yes, it's going to be a YouTube YouTubers ladies interview. I'm not forgetting ladies. I think the ladies are very important in our lives of this sport. They help us a lot, and of course, Lee is married. Tom is together. I have my wife. Without them, I don't know the situation today of Tim or Mark, but I can tell you the three of us, we are married, and without the support of our fantastic ladies, you're not going to do nothing. We need them. Sometimes it's difficult for them too, My wife don't like this sport, or is not for her, but she support me and everything. And Lee, I think his wife is not so this type of sport, but they support us so much, and they are our back. Sometimes you come back home and you have them there, and they do everything for us. That's why the ladies are very important in this channel. If you have a lady out there who want to come here, will be a pleasure. It's not me interviewing, it's Hella, is a beautiful lady who I invited to make interviews to other ladies. I think that's the main thing, and she's a rider too. So I'm going to start with Mark. Mark, you can say whatever you want for the guys who came here or the guys who going to see later. The last words from you, my friend.
First off, I'm very, thankful for coming on this stream anyway. Everyone in this stream now, thank you for watching. And these guys, I've made some really good friends along this way. But as it's been a YouTube stream and stuff, if anyone wants any help or knowledge or anything, feel free to message me on Instagram if you've got any questions, even if it's editing or YouTube in general or anything like that. I'll always reply. If I can't answer, I'll try and find an answer.
Yeah, my friend. And then we go direct to Lee. Come, Lee.
Yeah, thanks for having us on the stream, Nelson. And yeah, just like thanks everyone for watching. If you ever need any DIY electric skateboard help, send me a message on Instagram. Plenty of people do, and I try and help everybody that messages me. If you need anything, I'm always around to help the community. That's what I'm all about. So yeah, thanks, Nelson. Appreciate it, mate.
My friend, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, really. Again, Nelson, you're a legend for bringing so many people together. I don't think you get enough.
My friend, we are.
Stop.
Without you guys, we're going to put this way. This channel is you guys. Without you guys, that is not going to happen. Forget it. That is all together. That is for all of us. Yeah, I know that is very nice from you. But without of all you guys, that is not happening. Yeah, it's the truth, my friend. That's why I invite you guys. I love to do this because I knew new persons, and without you guys, the channel, we can stop it tomorrow. Yeah, it's like this. But thank you very much for the words.
No worries. Subscribe to Nelson.
Come and see the lives. That's the important. And
so I'm going to say my speech. Nelson, I'm interrupting. Be a good boy now. Right. So yeah, I am. Like I say, I love this community, and it saved me in so many ways. And people know me personally, know how much this means to me. I do this because it brings me back to reality, helps me in so many ways. I've met some of amazing people. I've gone to some amazing places, and I've networked with so many people, and I've gone to some life-changing events, and it's helped me in so many ways. Nelson, you shush now, right? Okay. It's great that you do this stuff because, like I said, even now I can network with my friends. I can talk to amazing stuff. So keep doing what you're doing. And like I say, everyone else, Lee, Tim, Mark, Simon, all the guys in the UK, Oz, anyone I've interacted with, when I say I absolutely love what you do and keep it going, I am so lucky to be in this position. It's not been easy. I have worked for it. But I love everyone in this community, and every single one of you who watch this stuff, or I meet on a ride, come up to me and talk to me and tell me how much you love it. I love you guys so much, and keep doing what you're doing.
So before we go, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I just want to put it's just free for everybody. First of all, for Tim. Tim, I hope that your shop comes better and better every day.
Thank you.
Guys, go there. And you see his shirts, you're going to see it, and I'm going to leave all the links for everybody. Go there, help Tim. He has lots of products. If you have any questions, just contact him. I think he's a fantastic guy. To Lee, I'm going to put it this way. Lee, I'm going to make 2 questions from people who tell me to ask you. First of all, do you want to make just off-road boards, or you're going to maybe make with the batteries on not in the top, but normal like a Kelly board or Lacroix is something in the future that is planned for the Apex? boards?
Our current focus is to get the electric mountain board into full-time production and selling those continuously, sort of on an ongoing basis. Once we've achieved that, then we have plans to look at other stuff. So expect lots of different stuff from Apex in the future.
Okay. And the other question is like this, my friend. The batteries, what you guys are doing today, everybody who come to your shop can ask any type of batteries, or you just made 2 or 3 types of batteries? If I come as a person who are interested to make not just for off-road batteries, do you make all types of batteries or not? Because I know you don't repair any more batteries like in the beginning.
Yeah. So we don't, as a rule, take on other stuff like other boards or whatever, building custom batteries. However, we do sometimes do it on a case-by-case basis if it's an interesting project. And for me personally as well, if it's something that I could show on the channel or whatever, then I would consider doing it. But we have some sort of off-the-shelf batteries that we sell now. We don't do like Evolve upgrades and anything like that. We just haven't got the time to be doing that sort of stuff now. But we do, we're UK repair centre for Cali. So we repair all the Calis in the UK. We just had a few come through the shop and they've been repaired. And, we look after other foreign sort of manufacturers when they need stuff. So, yeah, depends what it is, basically.
So, and the last question, and that is a question was made before to me, is Apex going to come one day to Australia? Or if yes, if you sell it with or without a battery?
Yeah, so we're literally just in the process of sorting this out for when we...
I'm going to put it like this. Sorry, Lee.
That's okay.
Australia and USA.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just in the process of getting... so we make the battery that we put in the Predator, we call the NGB 21700, next generation battery. So we are going to... We don't sell the kits to make those on the website. We just sell the complete battery. But we do have some guys, a guy in Australia, Glyphix Al, who we will be working with to produce the batteries in Australia. So he will be selling our batteries in his shop, and he will also service Apex boards with batteries for the Australian market. And we've got a couple of irons in the fire in America as well. So definitely the plan is, once we've done the prototype stuff and we're at a point where we're happy to release the board, that we will release it into like worldwide. We'll sell it worldwide, basically. Yeah.
And the company Apex, who is the 3 persons taking care of this company for everybody's out there?
So it's myself, it's Ben Brown, formerly of Big Ben Enclosures, and Kieran Williams, Duct Tape Rules on the forums. You might know him by. So it's the 3 of us are all equal share partners, and the 3 of us drive the company together.
Okay, that is the questions what I have for you. That was questions that the people asked me. I want to say for everybody's out there, be safe, enjoy it, have a good time. I want to say thank you for all of you guys to come. But now I'm going to take out Lee voice, and I want to make like this, very simple. For the 3 riders who ride Apex, what is your opinion on what you guys say? Lee is out. He cannot speak now. Tell us, and for everybody's out there, and I know there is lots of guys now in the interview as Apex boards. I start with you, Tim. What was the experience, and what can you tell about this board?
The Apex board is amazing. I actually rode on Lee's early builds. When I went over, I took my board up there to have some work done on it, and I rode one of his builds. And I loved it so much that when we spoke privately on online before he started his shop, and I literally was just like, yeah, just take my money. And I started prepaying him before he even started making the boards. The day I got it, oh my God, I love it. It sat right next to me right now. I absolutely love this board. It's just, I never thought...
It's like the Matrix. Because you have like the design
just there. I never thought I'd be the kind of person to be riding bindings. I never thought, this would be my kind of scene. I love riding the city streets of London. That's my thing. and he's changed me completely to electric mountain board now. It's a beast. I absolutely love it. And if you get a chance, you must try the Apex Predator. It's brilliant.
Then we come to Mark. Mark, because you are in a position, first of all, go there and see the video. You're going to see you are with your feet for the first time in a Predator and Apex board. What was the sensation? What is for you? But guys, I'm just going to tell you, you can go to the channel for all of them. They ask the reviews there from the board. But you, my friend, I want to listen from you. What was the experience from the first contact?
First experience riding it?
And Lee put you in this situation.
Okay. First experience riding it anyway, I noticed I would nearly fall off going slower than going faster. So that was a learning curve on its own, like, do you know what I mean? But mate, the board's amazing. Like Tim, I can see my board down there as well, but I don't know, I've gone faster on my Apex Predator than what I did on my Lone Star. I feel much more comfortable on the Apex than what I did on the LaCroix. It's weird, man. I hit way top speed more on the Apex.
And today, do you love more off-road or street to ride? Because you have the LaCroix, and today you have the...
No, I don't. I don't have the LaCroix, Nelson.
Anymore?
Gone, mate.
You said Apex.
Apex is my daily driver.
And Nelson, people who buy Predator sell their other boards, bro. Do you not know this? Come on.
No, because I'm a consumer, Lee. The problem, I have too much boards here. I never sell it. I have to start to sell it because the batteries one day is going to broken, and is not a good thing. I think it's better for me to sell it and just stay with 1 or 3 boards. And you, Tom, tell us.
So my video for the review came out last week. That was my last one. Yep, it's here. It's been all my little face cam streams. So my journey with Apex. So I obviously was with these guys in the stream about adopting it early days. I can vouch, and I'm telling you. So Mark is not the only person who's sold a LaCroix Lone Star for his board. My board is gone. It is gone. It is no more there anymore. A new chapter is coming. Not yet, but in regards to my favorite board as of my entire diverse e-skate journey, and I don't care if anyone thinks this is biased, Apex is my favorite board I have, and it's just simple, if that makes sense. And I think everyone's always excited saying about like, oh, what's coming next year, what's the next thing coming thing. And I think what it is, it's user journey, if that makes sense. So like, I've had it before with other mountain boards where you need like a whole toolkit to take the thing apart. All the heads are the same. It works. Like like I say with Mark, I put this board up to 39 miles an hour once, never again, but I did it. Had a
and everybody sees your beautiful accident.
Yeah, I walked away. Well, this is the thing I've not mentioned. I walked away. The board was absolutely. A lot of known did I'm going to say a little plug, because why not? My laser iron jacket saved my life in that situation. In regards to my body, didn't break anything.
You help a lot.
And my board was fine. My board was fine. My board was absolutely fine. I broke 2 string lights, which I need to sort out with Tim because he donated them for me. A video's coming. It's on the list. I'm going to do it. I owe you a favor. But honestly, the Apex is so well built, and the Apex Airs are the most horrific experience learning curve trucks I've ever had in my life. You look down and they're going, ooh, but they work in a weird way. Like, honestly, parallel kimping trucks, they look awful, but they ride in the weirdest way. And I'm telling you now, I've ridden 3D Services, LaCroix, Evolve, diverse range of trucks. Apex Airs are the best trucks I've ever had. Moondrive sounds amazing. Lee's got amazing stuff coming, which we're not talking about. And I'm telling you, board, I said to him, like, I don't know what you could do to make this board better, but he's got some mad stuff coming. And I tell you one thing now, it's like, watch this space, man. It's like, it's well built, and it's my favorite boards I've got.
Yeah,
And
I
you
just
see the
went.
customer service as well. The customer service is amazing. If any of us got problems or anything like that, we got a little group, and bam, and the problems are resolved pretty quick as well. Like, do you know what I mean? They really
Yeah.
help us out.
Yeah, I was going to put Lee here very fast because he's of this company. What is going to happen in the demos?
Yeah. So
Demo boards.
we have demo boards now in regular and goofy flavors. So you'll see us. I mean, we go to all the events anyway because we love it. But we'll be taking demo boards. We've already given some demos out already to various people. We had the Scrubbers down, Cheshire Scrubbers, recently, and we had some awesome gravity riders riding our stuff. And I mean, if you want an exclusive, Nelson, the next you can pre-order. I'd say pre-order. I don't like the word pre-order, but you can order the next batch of Predators now. They're live on the website. If anybody wants one from batch 3, you can order one now. Ready for early next year. Build will be February. But yeah,
Be careful
How
with
many-
demos because they
how
give
many-
you too much
how-
confidence.
Lee, how many boards do you make every time?
so we've done a batch of 5, which all 3 of these guys bought one from the first batch, and then we did another batch of 5, and then the next batch is 10, and then after that, hopefully, there won't be any more prototypes, and the boards will just be available on the website forever, basically.
You're going to have different. You're going to have different. I have to bring you guys here, the 3 of you. That is not for today. We have to bring the Apex here for us to discuss that. But I'm just going to make the last question is like this: you're going to have just one model, or you're going to have more than one model of when you finish the prototypes? You're going to have one or more types of Predators, like not expensive and another maybe more expensive.
It wouldn't be. I don't think it'd be wise of me to sort of talk about it any further than sort of what we already have. So just watch this space, man. We got some cool stuff coming. That's all
Yes.
I can say, really.
Okay, guys, I just want to say we are close to 2 hours. That's more than enough. I want to say thank you very much for everybody who was here in live. I want to take the 4 of you. Thank you so much to take your private life and came here to answer some questions. Have a good day. Have a good night. Enjoy it. For everybody who's here in live or is going to see it later, thank you so much. And go to the channels of these guys and just enjoy with the videos and subscribe, give a like, and don't forget nice build, and you're going to receive always when comes something new. For you guys, I hope to ride with you guys very
See you
soon.
soon, my friend.
And
Hopefully soon.
have a good time. And